I'm a solo creator, which means that often I'm filming myself by myself. And I have a massive problem, one that often stands in my way of filming anything at all. And I'm going to argue that you probably have the exact same problem. Hey, Joseph, I got to do some filming today. Do you have time to come out and be a second shooter?
Yeah, sorry, man. I can't today.
No? Okay.
I'm sorry.
Hey, yeah, brother, what's up? Hi, I got to be filming today. Do you have some time to get out and be a second shooter?
Oh, mate, yeah, not today.
No? Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, dude, not today.
Can't today.
Can't today.
Can't today.
Sorry.
Sorry.
No. Can't today.
Sorry, man.
No, I'm not sorry.
So in this video, I'm gonna show you some ways that I kind of create cinematic motion inside of my shots to make it feel like there's another shooter when there never is. But first, let's set the mood. Oh wait, I forgot one thing. Come with me. Cheers. That tastes like dog. Okay, so let's break down which of these shots actually used motorized equipment and which ones we didn't. And then let me show you exactly how we got those shots. Because it's not what you think. I promise you that. Okay, so what if you don't have a jib or a dolly or a slider and you want to try something absolutely ridiculous? What would this be without me doing a little bit more MacGyvering of some stuff? So let me show you what we got, and let me show you how I'm hoping this works. Right here, we just have a C-clamp. Okay, so that clamp is actually clamped on to this plate. Then we've got an arm, a little traction arm here, that goes to what is just a handle, a top handle, a small rib. Now, this handle is going to work kind of like a guidance system. Having it attached to the base plate, it makes sure that the camera stays straight against the table. So when the camera slides, it actually stays in the same place. All right. Now then I went really high budget here and I got myself some string or some rope. And now that rope travels right over here. It's another C-clamp, okay, connected to a little loop here. Then I have that going through another exact same thing. It's attached to this little system that I created with some pulleys on it. Then that cable heads down and ties to a weight that I have ensured is just a little bit heavier than the camera. Then I make sure that this is focused on that glass, and then I lock the lens into manual focus so that it doesn't hunt. So then I come around here, got all this set, and the goal is that when I take this and drop this weight, it'll be just enough weight to pull that system this direction, that tripod this direction, and then I have it tied very specifically so that it stops. Oh my god, it works. Right there. Okay, for this shot, what I want to do is I want to get kind of an interesting shot, maybe a tight of my feet coming down the stairs. So what I first thought to do was just use a slider, right? The issue with that, well, there is actually two issues. The first issue was I don't think I got a slider that's fast enough. Can we sidestep this for a second? That's kind of my point in making this look. I know that there's a lot of different ways to do the shots that I'm going to show you today, and if I'm very honest, there's probably a lot of much easier ways. But this isn't just about doing an easy movement, right? This is about kind of trying at least to inspire you a little bit to think outside the box a little bit and maybe get a little bit more creative. And sometimes it is a little bit more work, but also there's a little bit of kind of joy and satisfaction to me in figuring out a way to do something. And keep in mind, I've said it before, I'm not an engineer. I don't work on film sets. I'm a creator, right? That has been a YouTube creator for 6 or 7 years now. And my specialty is filming myself because I don't have a crew. So I'm just kind of winging it and trying to figure out weird ways to get things to work. If I can figure out a way to get something to connect to this rail, I could get it to slide from there down to here, connecting maybe just like a little selfie stick to my phone, and then just have my phone go on the stairs, I can get it to slide a little bit faster than a slider would. Now the concern is that I've got to figure out what I'm going to attach this to. Slide down this rail, not too fast, but also not too slow, all while staying stable. Okay, so let's see what I've got in here I might be able to use. This couple of these clamps, if I could clamp this like this, that might work actually. Okay, let's see what it's doing here. This is moving back and forth. That's not gonna work. For this shot to be at all stable, I'm gonna need something with more surface area that's a bit more rigid. And I think I might have just found something. Okay, this is a little crazy, but I wonder if that would work. It's kind of perfect because it leans up against this. You get the selfie stick to attach back here, right? Then it would kind of counterbalance that and pull it more to the inside, but this is gonna guide it. That might work. It's gonna work. At this point, it's just a matter of attaching some sort of plate to a magic arm that I could attach to this foam insert and then screw on some sort of selfie stick that I could then throw my camera on. Now this seemed like it should work, but once I got it all attached to the banister, I realized that we had one big issue. There's just simply too much lateral movement. And if this shot's gonna be stable, it needs to be stable. So I need to figure out some way to keep that camera from moving side to side. Okay, admittedly, we're getting in the weeds here, but this is my thought. I can take these. I could attach one to the top and one to the bottom of the banister, then run a rope through them, tie it tight, and use that to guide this system down the banister and keep it stable. Okay, moment of truth. Let's see if this works. Okay. Let's go. Oh. Oh, I think that'll work. Yeah. What do we got here? Pretty straightforward. A C-stand. I took this arm and I just attached it by 2 magic clamps and 2 smaller clamps. This right here just came with one of my Amaran lights. So I just put that on top of this little pin here. And now I've got my R5C. Now I picked the R5C specifically because it shoots in 8K and I need all the resolution I can get because I want to be able to reframe this in post and I really want to be able to punch in a bit. But I'm imagining when I get done with this, there's going to be a pretty fair amount of jiggle in it. So I'm going to need to stabilize it and I'm probably going to need to punch in a lot to stabilize it. So we're just going to attach this right up here. This is basically where I want it to end. Okay, I want it to stop here. So what I've done is I've tied this string to down here to this, okay? And now what that's gonna do is it's gonna help me actually keep this up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run this string through this little loop here. The thought is that because this arm is not locked in, I can use this rope to raise this like that. Then I'll weight the bottom of this rope so that when that weight is just barely lighter than the camera. So then I'll drop it down like that and I'll get my shot. So what I have is a water-filled sandbag, okay? And the reason that this actually works out perfectly is because I can control the exact precise amount of weight or water that's added in here for weight to offset this particular system. So what I think I'm gonna do is throw this up there over, because I'm gonna come down those stairs. So I'm gonna throw this up there over into the landing and hope that I can get it to go over to there and let go and then start walking on this. Hey, Justin, is that gonna work? No, definitely not, dude. Definitely. Could you be any more stupid about this? Oh, well, actually, no. So what should happen is when I let this go, I should be able to come down. This should release this weight. That weight should come up. This should come down somewhat slow. And I walk down the stairs and I get myself a fancy little jib shot. Started to go. Oh no, wait, it just went fast. Okay, we'll have to see with that one in post because honestly, I'm not sure if that turned out. I would say it actually turned out pretty well, but the shot you're watching now was done with a motorized system we'll talk about in just a second. And it was a million times easier, and I think overall, a better looking shot. And now the bonus with this is now not only do I get to frame the shot, but I get to actually get both up and down movement, right? So vertical movement, plus I get lateral movement because of that head, right? So now when I punch it in a bit, it really looks like somebody's kind of walking and following me through. Now I ended up using the same system for all of the other shots in the sequence that did have movement. Part of that was simply because I wanted very precise movements, but also because sometimes simplicity just wins. And while I love to kind of MacGyver stuff up and get creative, this time I wanted something easy, and that's where the mechanical options often shine. So hopefully you're kind of figuring out that this is not a video that's about specific ways to get just these shots or any specific motion in shots. It's more or less to hopefully inspire you to be a little bit more creative and think outside the box. All the time we come up in situations where we don't have the manpower to get the shots that we want. So the best tool that we do have is our creativity. It is thinking outside the box. And if you love this video, you're probably gonna love this one. So head over there and I'll see you there. Take care now.